Hey guys, I have some things that I want to say about Carmelo Anthony and his mother. I'm a black mother, and I'm going to hold her accountable tonight because she's the reason why Carmelo did what he did. She put hatred in that child's heart, and she gave him no love. And I'm trying to keep this TikTok friendly because I want this message to really get out. So excuse the words that I will use. But he walked around with a poker, is what we like to say on here, to feel like a man, to prove a point out of rebellion and pain, because she forced materialism on him. She gave him no love in that house. And it was so important for Jeff Metcalf to point these things out to us. Because he said, what did you do to that boy to make him want to go and do something like this to someone? That someone being his son. And as a black mother, I'm holding her accountable. See, Jeff let us know details that make such a bold statement, and they matter. And Kayla, the fact that you weren't there for my son, and I'm going to call him my son because I have more right to call him that than you do, a stranger, to leave him alone at his hearing. To leave him alone for the statements that were made after his hearing. You were nowhere to be found. You ran from accountability. You hid. Because you failed him, you didn't try. You didn't hire him a lawyer. You squandered the funds that were raised on his behalf to protect him. You did that. And you're still so violently in love with wealth that even Charleston White has called you out for it and said, hey, I want no parts of this. This isn't right. I'm being used. And that's how your son felt too. Because he had to walk around with something that could bring harm, to feel seen, to rebel out of his pain, to feel strong, to feel masculine. And I'm sure in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna get this attention. I'm gonna get the love that I need, because people act out for love. They do crazy things for it. Because this didn't just start with Carmelo. This started with you, ma'am. And I don't know how you were raised, and I really don't care, because as adults, we all go through things. As people, we will all go through things. Everyone has a story to tell. But it's our duty as parents, as black parents, to not let those stories and those mishaps that happen to us bleed onto our children. And you getting online and crying, I haven't even seen the video. I don't even want to give you the time of day to see the act that you're putting on for society. I don't even want to see it. Because you left my son at that hearing, and I'm holding you accountable. So you stand right there. Because how dare you? How dare you? And it's so easy for me to point the finger at his father. But no, I'm talking to the mothers. Because a lot of our children deal with mothers like you. And that's why they sympathize with Carmelo, because they are Carmelo. They have so much hatred spewed onto them. Materialism, being so desirous of life for the material things, for money, that's all that they feel that they're worth. Where is the spirit? Where is the spiritual teachings? Where is the teaching of the Lord? Where's the love? You're showing your love of wealth. That's it. That's all we see. That's all I see. And now you have BLK people sympathizing with this and asking for justice while we are the aggressors. This isn't his fault. We failed him as parents. You failed that boy as a parent. And I'm speaking to all Black mothers everywhere. Love your children. Give them money. Give them your time. Teach them about God. And admit when you are wrong. Admit that you're not perfect to your kids. See, because they're watching you. And we are not their gods. We're just people who had them. People who make mistakes. And you have so many people, BLK children out there just like him right now. Coming from pressured homes. Pressure to perform. Pressure to do, but no love. You never see them for who they are. You never respect them and honor them for where they are, for who they are. So save your tears and love your children. Stop letting your pain get in the way of being a good parent, a better parent. Because our children are tests for us. They are a trial. And Jeff Metcalf has been tried tremendously. He's living the worst fear of every parent. Of burying the apple of your eye. That is the opposite effect of what can happen when there is no love in a home. When you press your child to perform and to just be a cash cow for you. As a Black mother, I hold you accountable, and I am ashamed for my people for justifying their own rebellion through this. Because they've had mothers just like you. Just like you. Hateful and hurtful. Rest in peace, Austin. Rest in love. You're still here. I respect Jeff Metcalf so much. He had every right to be upset and angry and say whatever he wanted to say. And I accept it. I take accountability for what my people did. Because that is a true shame.